Hi there, I'm David Marney. I work for Turner Lovell, and we are a consultancy within the talent space. So ultimately, we are nearly always exclusively retained on strategically important opportunities for our clients. And our clients will always be in the same space. So we specialize in offshore generation, transmission, and distribution. It will be the work that we tend to do. Now, the opportunity I'm looking to talk to you about today is within a tier one contractor, and they're a leading edge, so a leading edge business, and their projects will tend to be anywhere between, I don't know, 10 to 500 million. Yeah, in terms of scale, that's their part rather than the overall project value. So the projects are often much bigger. Now, they work in a variety of different ways. A lot of their work will be a combination of offshore and onshore. So it's be a combination of FIDIC, if you're talking about the offshore contracts, and more local German contracts for the onshore work, and and those will be in a combination of German and English. So both languages are important for this particular position. What I really like about this role is the context. The business was almost nowhere. Like in European terms, they were huge everywhere else, but Europe was a backwater for them, to be completely honest, until about 5 years ago, where they began to see some quite interesting things happened in the T and D space, transmission and distribution space across Europe, and they really grew from that position to where they are today, which is a multi-billion euro turnover position just within the European context. And Germany has been the leading light of that. So Germany accounts for what, probably about 1.2 billion of a 2.1 billion of the 2.1 billion turnover in Europe, maybe even more actually, which makes Germany the most important single asset within the entire global portfolio. Um, and I think this is really important because it gives you a feel for why this role is different. I mean, this is a foundational position. They have no one in place at the moment. The work that they're doing tends to be outsourced to consultancies. So you'd have the opportunity to come in really kind of start something and working across both the offshore and the onshore project types as well. And then build a team quickly beneath you. So to move from that senior position into a lead role, or if you're already there, then that process, as you know, is quite fun to really define the culture of the business of your department as well. Um, the person you'd be working for is European commercial manager. So he looks at both the contracts and the cost piece. So in the UK, we classify that as a quantity surveying. You classify that as calculator, I think, over in Germany, as well as the contract management as well. So, and then to give you an idea, he then reports into. So you're about two steps down from the board, basically, to give you an idea about where this role sits today. The organisation is poised to grow. They've already just starting a factory over in the Americas, with very strong rumours that they're going to be announcing that something very similar very soon. And that ultimately means that they could live for more than double or treble capacity, which is absolutely massive. So it's an opportunity, I think, that has both that startup feel, but you'd be working within an established organisation. The business behaviours of the business, I think, are really interesting as well. So you've got an organisation that is very low politics, very engineering led, but because the nature of the market, because it's turning so quickly, it does mean that you're seeing an interesting movement towards much more strength being given to the local regional assets. And to back that up as well, they're setting up regional head office function out of London, and they're doing the same in the US. They're doing the same. They're basically having a kind of taking the power and trying to get it closer to the customer, which I think is a really sensible move. Um, what else can I tell you? Like, I just think that the business of people you meet, they're a calm. You know, they're calm under pressure. One of the guys I know, someone that worked with him in his previous life for about 3 years, that he never heard the European project director shout at anyone, raise his voice not once. That was internally or externally, and I think that is something you'll see replicated across the entire organisation. It's very sensible, very grounded, um, and a place where I think you could reasonably expect maybe to spend the rest of your career if that's what you wanted. If you're interested in hearing more, please feel free to get hold of me. But you get back on the contact that myself or my colleague has sent out to you. All my details, I'll put them below. Thank you very much indeed. Goodbye.